go with nature? So this is the first question. How do you go with nature? And not fight nature, but to go with nature.
And that's actually a great question. How do you go with nature instead of fighting the nature?
And it's what, I would like, Ernie, for you to consider right now, that you go inside and you go with nature.
Okay.
And did you see that relief on his face? And so go ahead and go with nature.
Okay.
And it could be that there's a question that comes to your mind. Maybe not, but it could be. It could be a question. It could be a sensation.
It's a sensation of I'm wanting you to shut up, Kathryn.
No problem.
Expect me to do what I've already done. I've closed my eyes because I'm seeking comfort. And the seeking of comfort takes me immediately to a place where there's no demands on me. All my career can be described as seeking comfort. And now at the age of 87, what is comfort? Comfort is being able to sit as I am now, and I have a favorite window. I see a field across the street, and it's a very comfortable thing to look at. It's a field with a wooden fence, and it's pleasurable to occasionally see the proprietress, the owner of this property, come out. Every day she comes out and she picks up weeds and she spruces up the yard so that flowers come and there's a natural growth. I call her Mother Hubbard. She looks to make her yard a natural. And she picks out weeds and she stands up and she puts the weeds in a pail. And that is a beautiful thing to me. I wonder what she's doing, what she's picking up. And if I go closer, I see she's picking up weeds. She's cultivating a natural landscape. So in my mind, I call her Mother Hubbard, just a pet name for someone who has a piece of land on which she has a home, and she has the freedom to pick up weeds that don't belong and cultivate a natural landscape. And this year, she's got a great surprise that all kinds of natural plants, natural to this area, are blossoming all throughout her private enclave. And I spoke to her recently. Well, I saw her out there picking weeds and cultivating the natural topography. I asked her how wonderful it was that this year she's getting all these flowers that she's never had before. And she looked up at me, pleased that I noticed, and that was it.
It's beautiful, Ernie. Stay with that and let me talk with Jan for a moment or two. Would that be all right?
What did you say?
I said, stay with where you are. And I'm going to speak with Jan for a moment. Would that be okay?
Good.
Okay. So Jan, I want you to understand what's happening here, because Ernie is answering all of your questions. And he's answering it in the way that Ernie answers questions. He goes within. It's the same way he works with clients. He goes within. He seeks what's happening in himself. You can make whatever you want about what a field is, about what a garden is. What are weeds for you? What is the beauty that can happen through weeding? What might you be weeding out right now? Because the weeds have a lot of opportunities to grow right now. And so it's different than metaphor. Ernie is not willfully making a metaphor. He's tuning in, and this is why every time it's different. It's never the same because it's always the moment. And so the heuristics of the questions that he's invoking in you and in me and whoever listens to this, it has to do with the fact that you are invoked, you are curious, you do have your own questions. The questions might be, what is this terrible anxiety, for instance, with the emotion? But in the way that Ernie lives his life, it's tuning in, and it gets interpreted as indirect, and it is, but it's not on purpose. It's really natural and in the moment.
And it's the comfortable thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's it. It's the comfortable thing to do. And always seeking comfort. So I'm in two states, comfort and a lack of comfort. If I go to lack of comfort, I say, oh, let me tune in and see what is this lack of comfort. And I tune in and I find my comfort.
Mm-hmm. And so comfort for Ernie at this point in his life permeates all of the stages of the 4-stage creative process. Now you notice when he turned to me and said, what I really want you to do, Kathryn, is to shut up. And we laughed because it's funny, but that was Ernie's indication of going into stage 2.
Incubation.
Yes.
Stage 2 means I don't have to pay attention to any item in the outside world, but I can tune into my own feelings of comfort.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fortunate person, Jan.
Mm-hmm.
When I tune in, I automatically find comfort. And when Kathryn's around, she likes to talk, and so she talks to me. She brings me out of my comfort. We converse until she's satisfied, and I close my eyes and I say, oh, I got her to shut up.
one point of view.
Well, I love her. Because our life together is heaven, and a little home with a big garden. It's a great place to be retired in. And to have your little pets.
He wants to say hello. He
Hi,
wants to be a movie star, Kathmandu.
Kathmandu, exactly.
So this is the best I can tell you. I tune in and find my comfort automatically every hour and a half. And not only me, my 20-minute break, I'm trying to tell the public, look, what are you seeking? You're seeking comfort, but it's already within you. Every hour and a half, you get feelings described very carefully on page 58 of the 20-minute break. You can go into comfort, what I call the ultradian healing response, or you can go into the ultradian stress response. Look at page 58 of that paper, of that book, and learn the signs of whether you're going into stress or whether you're going into comfort. And that's a decision you make every
Choice.
choice. And many people, most people, I've done nothing throughout my career but notice when people are comfortable. And I find everybody, every hour and a half, it's a cycle. They go through a natural period of comfort where if they're in a noisy environment that's irritating, they have to go inside and try to blot out the outside. Every hour and a half, we automatically go into comfort. It's a cyclic process every hour and a half or two. And if we go along with our nature, it'll last for about 20 minutes, where if we can do what we want to do, we're comfortable. We feel good. And then after 20 minutes or so, you like shake your head. What am I doing here? I'm not doing anything. I've got to do stuff.
I got to move.
And then you go into stage one. What am I going to do? I've got to do the dishes, or I've got to go to work, or
I got to look for a job. A lot of people are experiencing that. But if we could introduce in this trajectory, in this time of the world, this robust idea of comfort. I mean, even for people that where food is an issue, they don't have enough food and they're hungry. You're not hungry all the time. You know, even if you're not have anything to eat, there's periods where it comes and periods where it's gone. And there's opportunities no matter who you are and what condition is your life is in, that you can find the comfort. The other thing is that all the other emotions, that you have an opportunity every hour and a half to experience anxiety, to experience depression, to experience tension, to experience, happiness, to experience, fill in the blank. And knowing that it comes and goes, that these things, that then it becomes a choice of what you tune into. And when you've got these uncomfortable emotions, it's really an invitation to try to do something different.
Page 58 of the 20-minute break illustrates on the left your choice of going into these 4 stages of comfort, or you can do the opposite and go into the 4 stages of discomfort.
Stress response.
And if I want to choose comfort, then the thing that I need to do is to focus inside on whatever comes.
Yes,